All right, let's dive right into this explainer. First off, I just want to say a huge welcome to your new home at M&A Auto Repair. We are absolutely thrilled to have you joining the team. Seriously, whether you're coming on board as a seasoned service advisor or a brand new technician, today's explainer is really your definitive roadmap for success in our shop. We're going to establish our core mission, lay out some non-negotiable operational standards, and get you totally ready to hit the shop floor with confidence. So let's jump right in.
So, picture this. Shop number 1, right here on Annapolis Road in Hyattsville. This front office area, it's exactly where local relationships meet modern, precise automotive service. Before we get into all the highly structured digital workflows that power us behind the scenes, we really want to ground you in this physical space. This counter right here is where trust is built, it's where complex mechanical problems get solved for our neighbors, and honestly, where your career with us truly begins.
Okay, here's our game plan for today. We're taking a top-down approach. We'll start with a welcome to M&A Auto, move on to our core values, define your role and access, walk through our systems and workflow, and then finally wrap up with our communication and security rules. Section 1, Welcome to M&A Auto. Let's take a look at our identity and mission and the comprehensive services we actually provide to drivers, small fleets, and families all across the DMV region. Now, you'll notice our brand identity is built on really clean, professional colors. Strong blue and controlled orange accents. But that visual style is actually a direct reflection of our voice. When we speak to customers, we are clear, we're calm, and we are incredibly transparent. Look, auto repair can be highly stressful for people, right? So we are never defensive or high pressure. We're the calming experts in the room, driven by one really simple slogan: we keep the DMV moving. All right, this next part is absolutely crucial. At the heart of our operations is one defining principle, the one connected customer and vehicle record. So what does that actually mean for you out on the floor? Well, it means every single customer interaction, every photograph, every official Maryland inspection result, and every payment belongs to a single continuous timeline. There are zero hidden handoffs and literally zero undocumented promises. By keeping everything perfectly connected like a giant puzzle, we prevent miscommunications, we save a ton of time, and most importantly, we build absolute trust with the customer. Moving on to Section 2, our core values. This right here is the absolute foundation of every single decision we make on the floor. These core values, they dictate our behavior on every single shift. Notice the deliberate pattern here. Integrity comes before sales pressure. Safety always comes before speed. Documentation has to happen before billing, and quality is verified before delivery. If you're ever standing there wondering whether you should rush a job to get a car out the door quickly, or maybe take an extra 10 minutes to double-check a repair, remember this. We prioritize doing it right over doing it fast. Every single vehicle must leave our base safer than it arrived, no exceptions. Okay, part 3, your role and access. Let's talk about exactly where you fit into this well-oiled machine. We operate with a really strict separation of duties through role-based access. We don't just hand everyone the keys to the entire castle, right? An owner or admin has full system access to make those final Bayflow decisions. Service advisors, you manage the front office, while our claims coordinators handle the tricky insurance logistics with sensitive financial data completely hidden. And technicians, you focus purely on shop floor tasks and inspections. This setup protects everyone. It ensures a tech makes recommendations based entirely on the mechanical evidence, while the advisor independently handles the pricing and getting the customers okay. It keeps our whole process incredibly honest. Next up is Section 4, Systems and Workflow. This is where we'll navigate your new digital home, the staff portal. If you're coming on as a service advisor, you are going to live in the front office workspace. Think of this as your central mission control. From this one single dashboard, you'll manage daily check-ins, keep an eye on the active repair board, dispatch roadside assistance, and run the POS, our point of sale system. We've purposely designed it so everything you need to provide exceptional customer care is right at your fingertips, without having to jump through a dozen different software hoops. Now, for our technicians and inspectors, your digital home is the shop floor workspace. This is where you'll find your assigned repairs and your official inspection checklists. When you need materials, you'll just seamlessly transition over to the parts and orders workspace to check inventory, manage core returns, which by the way are just the old parts we send back for credit, and sync up with vendor quotes. The whole goal here is simple. Strip away the administrative noise and give you exactly what you need to wrench, report, and keep moving. But hey, sometimes you aren't tied to a desk.
For quick actions on the go, like say you're doing a really fast counter check-in or you're standing right under a hood in the bay with your hands completely full, use the mobile dock. It gives you immediate access to check-ins, jobs, or customer search straight from a tablet or phone, so you don't have to dig through complex menus to get exactly what you need in that moment.
Okay, please listen really closely to this next one. If you remember absolutely nothing else about using our staff portal, remember this absolute mandate. Search before creating. You must fiercely protect our one connected record. Always, always use global search by name, phone number, VIN, or tag, and open the existing profile before you even think about creating a new one. Duplicate records? They destroy our data integrity, they confuse billing, and ultimately they really frustrate the customer when it looks like we lost their history. So search first.
This daily opening checklist isn't just a friendly suggestion, it's your required roadmap to start every single shift safely. First, obviously, sign in with your own account. Then, verify the printers actually have paper and toner. Open up your keyboards like My Day and Roadside, review the promised vehicles, and confirm your payment terminal is active. And crucially, always resolve yesterday's draft or unpaid records before starting new ones today. It literally takes 5 minutes, but man, it sets up your entire day for success. Finally, Section 5, Communication Rules. These are our boundaries for success. Let's look at how we actually talk to our customers. Our absolute standard is to explain technical findings in plain English first. We only provide the deep, complex mechanical details when the customer specifically asks for them. On the flip side, we strictly prohibit setting false expectations. Like, never promise a completion time before we have actually verified parts availability and completed the full diagnostic scope. It is always, always better to say, "I will find out and call you back," than to guess and end up breaking a promise. Now, when you use Google Voice for texting calls, remember, you are representing M&A Auto, and you've got to adhere to some strict privacy standards. Always double-check that the displayed number is correct, keep your messages short, professional, and really clear about the requested next step. But most importantly, absolutely never send or ask for passwords, medical details, or photos of driver's licenses over text message. It is a massive security risk. Handle all of that in person and always log the outcome of your call right in the customer's timeline. Let's talk system security for a second, specifically your time clock PIN versus your portal password. For strict security reasons, your private 4-digit time clock PIN has to remain completely isolated. It is only for clocking in and out, nothing else. Your permanent portal password, however, that must be at least 12 characters long to protect our customer data. So never, ever use your portal password as your punch pin or vice versa. And please, never write live usernames or passwords in training documents, on random spreadsheets, or on those little sticky notes attached to a monitor. We keep all credentials securely sealed in our approved encrypted password manager or in secured owner records. Protecting our business vault is quite literally everyone's responsibility. If you ever hit a roadblock, whether it's about system permissions, tax settings, or even if the portal just simply blocks an action, the ultimate mandate is simple. Stop and ask an owner. Seriously, do not try to create a dummy transaction to trick the system or, find some creative workaround. Just pause and get help. No one will ever be upset with you for stopping to ask a question to make sure we do things right. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a final thought. As you clock in for your very first shift, ask yourself, how will you personally contribute to the one connected record today? Keep that front of mind as you start your journey here. Your precision, your communication, and your integrity, that's what ensures we keep the DMV moving smoothly. Welcome to the M&A team. Let's get to work.